All right, again, we are heading out to the Joel flowage today. It's just kind of a combination of stuff. And I'm going to get in the water. Hopefully you can see stuff okay. Today we're taking Katniss out. Katniss is my Old Town pack canoe. It's kind of been hijacked by Ryan, but I get the opportunity today to take her out. She's a Royal X canoe. It's deep out here quick. Clear water. I have not taken her out for quite some time by myself. So it'll take me just a sec to get feeling good in her. And off we go into the Joel flowage. Go see what's over here. I'm using my kayak paddle today, which is kind of what we normally use in this boat, partly because it's so wide that it's a little harder to paddle. This boat it's a different canoe than your regular touring canoe. She's wider and shorter, does not handle the wind very well, but is a beautiful boat to take out on little day trips like this in small water. Oh, there's fish. I knew I should have brought my pole. That's disappointing. I would guess there's probably bass in northern out here, maybe. I don't know. Never fished it. But the Joel flowage, it's got, you know, there's some trails in it and water. Holds a lot of waterfowl. Run by the state. Kind of a boggy area. Certainly a marsh. Pretty shallow every place I've gone. I'm guessing it's pretty mucky. But it's a beautiful fall day. You can see that was built. I don't know if you can see in front of me. That right there, the land, that's actually built. That's a road out there. You know, I'm really honestly not 100% sure of the history of this. I know there's beavers in here because I've been spooked by them before. There's my car. Looks like we could have just put in over there as well. We're just going to paddle and explore. If I find something good, I'll start the camera back up. Well, we already switched to my regular canoe paddle. The kayak paddle itself, while I enjoy it, if you go on any number of canoe forums, you will see arguments everywhere about single blades and double blades. You know, there's purists who think a double blade or a kayak paddle is meant only for kayaks and not canoes. But you know what? When you paddle this thing, just because of the width of the beam in here, it's tougher to use a paddle. However, and there's quite a bit more maneuverability with the kayak paddle, but you also get wet because no matter how good your kayak paddle is, it still brings water in. And quite honestly, if you know how to paddle a canoe paddle, it's just as fine. But you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see how the bow here, so I use what's called a J stroke, which allows us to paddle on one side without losing any speed by really twisting. I don't know if you can see my hand here, but I twist my hand and the paddle and it corrects itself. But a J-stroke in this boat is just difficult because it's so small and it's so reactive that it's just difficult to, it's really difficult to maneuver it with a canoe paddle. It's more of a kayak than a canoe. But I don't like the water, and I really do like paddling my canoe. This is the one I built with Bob Christensen, this paddle. I don't think most people don't understand the importance of people like me that love canoes about what our paddles mean to us. This one I built myself. I have 6 paddles, and you're like, why would anybody ever need that? Well, different paddles for different things. Some I can abuse, some are extras, some have been built. One my Uncle Randy built for me. It's just part of the experience. But hopefully you can see out here ahead of us what we got going on. Just paddling the marsh. So here we're coming across the spillway that goes in, I believe this is the Beaver Brook. Obviously a man-made spillway, and then on the other side it looks like there's, well, there is more water, I know that for a fact. She's spilling down into the brook down there. I don't know if you can see. Nice little current. Maybe I'll go explore that before we're done. So I could pull the canoe up over here and just take a look at least. We'll do that in a bit. Spillway. And actually just kind of take a look at what we got. Way over there I can see my car and Highway 8. There goes a duck. I'm sure they've been hunted. Oh, look at all the ducks down there. We could have had a shotgun and take a look at that. We could have snuck up over the edge here and had as much shooting as we wanted to. So there's more of the Joel Marsh, and I am going to take Katniss and we're going to portage up over this hill and see what we got. We're going to go paddle the other part. All right, so we have portaged over that little road. There's the spillway coming out. You can see it or not. She's over there. We don't even have to paddle. The wind is just blowing me. I'm sure we're going to go catch some ducks who are not real happy that we're out here. So I'm going to paddle for a little bit, and then maybe we'll get out and explore some land around. We'll see what happens. This is the joy of a canoe over a boat. I can go anywhere I want. I don't know if you see some of this here, that's wild rice. There's quite a bit of wild rice out in this marsh. Obviously it's all been eaten and gone into the ground now, or gone into the water. Oh, there's a duck hiding behind me. A coot. Because now I've probably scared them all, but it's just like non-stop flying coots. And I think when I get out to this main water here, I'll probably bust a bunch of them up. Pretty easy to get turned around in here. I mean, you can't get lost because it's not that big, but it's there's all these, you see all these little nooks and crannies. It's hard to tell exactly where the main channel goes, so we just kind of float around out here. Hit a big chunk of water. And I believe there's another spillway way over there. I went back to my kayak paddle only because there's a little bit of chop on here, and this Old Town pack in the wind is just a different beast. So it's much easier to just push through the water. Not that it's any easier to steer, but I can make more headway with a kayak paddle. This boat was not built for wind. Yeah, we're gonna go exploring in the bush. And now this is why you bring a canoe paddle with, because it's just too small to use one of these kayak paddles. Which way? Huh, look at that. There's an opening. A couple different openings here. You may find me here in May. I won't be able to figure out how to get out of here. More big water. Now I want to get back and watch the Packer game, but I think if I keep taking this straight, where you see that tree line over there, I think there's another parking lot actually over there. As a matter of fact, I'm sure. And that whole tree line across there is like another one of those man-made embankment roads things. So I've been out at this part before. I don't think I'm going to stay here. I think I'm going to turn around because there was another little nook that I wanted to kind of explore. And it's 1:45 and the Packers play at 3:30, so I mean, it is fall. You got to put your priorities in order. Let's see if I can show you a proper J stroke, at least with my hand, because this is the kind of spot it works really well. Lots of people, when they paddle a canoe, will want to turn, and when they turn, what they do is they just dig their paddle in and turn their canoe like that. Jeepers, I wish I could show that. I don't know if I can. I don't know if you can see this or not. I hope so. So a lot of people, when they want to turn their canoe, just go like this and turn it that way. But the problem is, when you're doing that, while it's maneuverable, the big problem is you lose all your speed. So what you'll really want to do is, and what the really good guys do, much better than me, is do what's called a J stroke. So I bring it and my paddle goes out like that, and I'm able to turn and correct myself as a solo paddler without losing any speed on my canoe. And when you start paddling for miles at a crack, it absolutely makes 100% difference how fast you go. And in this little canoe, it doesn't go very fast anyway, so we want to keep it going as much speed as we can. All right, I can see where the parking lot is over there. So now when I want to maneuver myself around and turn, I can do it quickly with my paddle just like everybody else would do. Then when I pick up again, this thing's got good maneuverability. When I want to pick up the speed again and go that direction, then we want to use a J stroke. And we were going way over there. I don't even know if you can see on this, probably not. But we're going way over there is where the car is. So we just got to find our way back through all these little nooks and crannies. If you look straight ahead of me, you can't hardly see anything except weeds. But through there, there's a path that we just made, and we're going to try to find it coming back again. This may be my last video ever. It might just be old guy died in the marsh and was found in April. All right, as we're paddling out, we saw this. We're gonna go clean up somebody else's garbage. And I love to hunt. I'm not that type of guy, but you know, when you shoot, clean up your garbage. If you can see right here, floating in the water, is somebody's shotgun shell. Left floating, it's just trash. You know, I understand. Sometimes you shoot and you can't find your shell, but if I can find it floating in the water, obviously whoever shot it could. Just don't be that guy. Keep it clean. Leave no trace. All this brush looks the same. I think we found the right spot though. I was out here once and came around one of these little things and there's a beaver who just scared the crap out of me. Here we are, big water. Mission accomplished. The dam. Go look up inside it. Back into the water. I just want to walk down this road a little bit because that's how I am. So we are taking a walk because this is state land. You can see behind me, that's Joel Flowage, and off that way somewhere is Mike Shepard's cabin, because he told me he lives right on the brook. But I'm going to turn this around quick and now we'll let you see how big of an expanse this actually is. Canoe's way down there, but the flowage goes way off in that direction. So we're just going to walk up in here. Looks like a little state. I don't know if they drive their vehicles up here or what. Well, there's a bunch of sand. Huh. Goes out into a field. Alright, we have explored. This is what I do. Alright, we get back into the vehicle. So this is a very sad day. Last day for paddling. Golly, it feels like it's just a beautiful day. It's a fall day. You can hear the leaves below me, but always sad. I'll put the canoe away. I have a couple of days off next week, and I was actually toying with the idea of spending the 1st of November in a canoe in the Boundary Waters, but I need to get the deer stand ready, and sometime you gotta just let it go. Wait till next year. Hanging on as long as we can. Boy, God made a great day today. Now if I wanted to, I could actually probably walk this berm with my canoe all the way down to the car. But what fun would that be? So thanks for coming with today.